Welcome to the OnlyRoofers podcast. My name's Elizabeth, and this is my co-host Vince.
Hi, Liz.
Today we are interviewing Adam and Travis from Planet Roof. Hello, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
So a little bit about these gentlemen. They are currently going through a huge rebrand. They've been A&T Roofing for a couple years now, and they're rebranding to Planet Roof. So can we talk a little bit about what made you go with the name change?
Make a long story short, it just isn't as memorable as we would like. And when we initially started our company, we just kind of had no idea how to market on that end of things. And what we wanted to do is create a name that you see and you remember when you walk away. And we feel that we did that with our name.
What about you? How do you feel about it?
No, I agree. That's one of the biggest things we wanted to do is we want to be remembered.
Right.
You know, A&T, we still have people calling us AT&T.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it got old after
Not
a
the
while.
wireless
Right.
service you want to be compared
No,
right.
unless they want to give us that
I
money.
mean, it's worked out
Right.
for AT&T. I'm just saying.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean. They can give us that money.
Right.
I'm just saying. So there's two parts of brand. There's being remembered as a logo, as a name, so on, right? I have a company called Bulldog Adjusters. You've been before, and very memorable
Very true.
names, right? But then there's what I call like the physical part of your brand. The things, the other attributes that are brandable, the service, the customer service, the ability, you know, those things that are sort of the intangibles to what your brand really is at your core.
Right.
Right? So did you change those as well, or it was just completely
Absolutely.
a facelift?
Everything deeper than the surface, which is the name.
Right.
Everything else is changing too. We're obviously in the process of creating an all-new business plan and new strategies, new ways of doing everything.
Gotcha.
So that's just the easiest way to explain the name change. Is we want something memorable.
And they
Obviously.
set very big goals when we were doing the business plan too. So now
Right.
they have to live up to those goals.
Right, and it's one of those things I think a lot of people, basically use as an excuse, like, oh, our name isn't. So we're trying to take away any excuse we have of not reaching our goals, which is
Right.
the name's one of them.
I completely understand you.
One thing that won't change is our customer service, and
Right.
that's why we've gotten to where we've gotten so far.
Right.
Right.
And
With
we kind of
AT&T.
hit with AT&T. I almost just called us AT&T.
Right.
But we're hitting that glass ceiling.
That's when it was enough,
Right,
right? When I
right.
start calling yourself AT&T, you're bad.
Right.
No,
Wait,
it's
who
not.
are we?
I don't even know who I
almost
am.
forgot. Right.
Now that you're going with the rebrand and there's so many things that are involved, can you share a little bit about maybe with other people who are thinking about rebranding but maybe scared? What are your thoughts on we pulled the plug, now we're on the other side? Man, this shit is hard too.
I was scared to death. We were talking about doing this for a year or two now, and I kept pushing it away, in fear of we were going to lose our Google reviews and all that good stuff, all that we
Everything you
built
built.
up, everything we built up, right. I had to get with the right people to reassure us that wasn't going to happen.
Give her any shame.
Liz.
a lot.
Right.
I told her I'd be a difficult one, but hey, it's working out so far. But that fear has completely changed into, what's the word I'm looking
Excitement.
for?
Excitement?
Motivation, excitement. Like I feel like our momentum right now is unstoppable, and
Right.
we want to keep that
It's a rip-off Band-Aid, right?
No
Yeah,
doubt, no
right.
doubt.
How long were you AT?
5 years.
5 years. So it's 5
yeah.
years
we
of
build it,
right, and that's what, and you start to become one with your brand, right? I am A&T, right? You feel like now you've lost a piece of you, right? And it's hard to walk away with, but like you think about, it's not about 5 years, it's about 10, 15, 20, 30. It's about that. What are they going to do? I want to be A&T and think, if I was Planet Roofing a long time ago, this would have been better. After 10 years, you're kind of stuck. You are, right? 5 years, you're in a happy place where you know what, I can make this a whole nother level, being a much more memorable brand, Planet Roofing, whatever it may be, those things stick with people, and now you're on to the future.
What would you say, I really like what you said about taking the excuses you're giving yourselves on why you're not growing out. What the name was one, what are some of the other excuses you've been giving yourselves?
I think name being one, name and location. So we're moving locations as well. Those are a couple different excuses people would use as to, we can't reach our goals or get past this certain level. I think once you knock those out, like what else can you really say? What other excuse can you make? And to tee off on what we said before, Another big reason I would tell somebody if they're scared to rebrand or something like that, you're thinking about it for a reason. You're thinking about renaming your company for a reason. So it's obviously there's some type of issue there.
Right.
Yeah, if you're thinking of it as an owner,
if
you're thinking as an owner, because owners are the ones usually who are in love with it.
Right.
Dude.
Right. If you're thinking about it as an owner, everyone else knows it. You're just thinking about
like,
it.
I'm ready to wear this on my chest.
Right.
Like, I'm like so ready to
I cannot wait for you guys to come out as Planet Roof.
Yeah.
Like,
As to where a
I'm
year
so
ago there was
excited.
no way.
Yeah.
I just wasn't having it. I just had
Dug
to
your
talk, I had
heels
to
in.
talk to the right people and
Right.
You have to
see
constantly-
where
I think
things
it's
were
you.
headed as well.
It's
Yeah.
you. It's not even. Yes, the right people can help, but it's more you. Like you are committed to what you're doing.
Yeah, it's
you're
your
committed.
identity.
Yeah.
You become A&T.
You-
You become.
Right.
You have to
become your
also
brand.
you have to also find now you have inspiration within yourselves. You're becoming different people. So what are some of the things that you're most excited about Planet Roof, right? So Planet Roof, that's an amazing name in my opinion. I don't care what you think, but I think
I didn't say it was better. It's a
kidding.
better one. No, I'm just kidding.
I've heard better now.
We thought it's we think it's the greatest on earth, man.
All right.
Yeah, it is.
planet.
Great on planet.
Great on planet.
What are some of the things you guys are excited about, and how do you think this is going to affect your company culture?
Well, I'll start. I mean, I know this sounds, I don't want to say dumb, but I'm excited for that logo. I'm
Okay.
excited for the relocation because
That's not
the
dumb.
new location is like going to be like right out in front of everybody. You want right now we got a good location, but we have I almost call us AT&T, but we have A&T. Now we're going to have this beautiful location on the main road. You know what I mean? With this big, beautiful Planet Roof logo. It's
Right.
going to jump out. And in addition to that, we're taking it one step further and we're adding solar into
Nice.
what we're doing. Right. And it fits with the name and the logo. It just all goes together, in my
Gotcha.
opinion.
What about your company objective? Because that's part of what you've been working on, right? Talking about the company objective, what you guys want to do. Maybe talking to other people how it's helping you clarify your vision to set new objectives, because I think that's one big thing. You guys are big dreamers, but the dreams were scattered.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So
Business
getting on the
formula.
same page as partners, talk about that.
Like he said, he was kind of fighting it a little while, and then I was obviously too. With everything, when you're in a partnership, is obviously you both have to agree on everything, and
Ways of doing
nobody in
things.
the world agrees on everything. You know what I mean?
I've had a partner for 12 years.
Yeah. So you got to meet in the middle somewhere, and it really helps us challenge each other. But as for changing objectives, like you said, it almost gives you this like drive that you can't even explain. That's like, okay, we're switching our name, and everything that surrounds that Planet Roof. Like, there's so much content I feel like we can create out of it. There's
And
so much.
where we're going and where we're headed, we just needed that much more organization too. And I don't know if you want me to jump to that, but that's why we did bring you in, is to nail down
You guys have to
all
sell
of
me
that
this
stuff.
whole show. I'm sorry.
This show is brought to you by Business 101.
right.
Really, what I think is the most exciting part for you guys is you're in a market that you've been doing not a lot of insurance, but you have some some insurance, you have
Right.
some retail. Can you talk a little bit about your market and how you guys have come together for the last 5 years as A&T? Because let's not discredit that success either, or make Vince
Absolutely
jealous
not.
because we're way better now.
Right.
I'm good.
Shit, we did what we did as A&T, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
we truly.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what makes me super proud, and it might even sound cocky, is we blew our expectations when we first
Yeah, we
started.
did.
There's a lot of guys here and a lot of people here, like you're like, oh, they're killing it, and you feel like less than. But I'm to the point now this year more than ever, I could care less if somebody does $50 million. We, from where we started to now, have blown our expectations out of the water in a shitty little town, a half hour, an hour south of Pittsburgh, and have done things and numbers that nobody there ever have done.
Can I ask you a question? Harping on a little bit something you said in that. You know, there's I think a lot that happens in roofing industry, but really in life in general, is there's this keeping up with the Joneses thing, all right?
Yeah.
That guy's doing 50 million, that guy's doing 20 million, that guy's, right? And you're comparing constantly,
I
right?
have to stay
right.
off of social media because of it.
Because it just
Right?
Yeah.
annoys you. Or like,
It'll
yeah.
drive me absolutely insane. How you can't see ads
Yeah.
you were telling me about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate watching ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
it makes...
I'm gonna toot my own horn, create some good ads.
right.
Just saying.
Give me a call, right.
I do love watching your ads.
I'm just saying.
But
But
that
that
is a
being
good
said,
life-
like
a life
I don't see that
lesson.
many as good as ours. So I just
Right.
no, but nonetheless, no. But like I think like that's sort of this untalked about thing. Everybody has it, right? In general, in life, but like. In the roofing industry, I found I'm not super new to the roofing, super old in the roofing industry. I haven't been in it for 50 years, 20 years.
Right.
So, but like, I usually in life don't give a hell what everyone else thinks, right? So like in this also, but like I find like in the roofing industry, it's all about what's your revenue, right? What's your what'd you do in revenue? It's like
And then you judge, and then
100%.
they judge.
And then
right?
you judge everything off of it. Yep.
right, like
Well, we used to think that way.
Us,
Like I said,
yeah.
I'm to a point now where that I know that.
so that's
doesn't
what I
mean
want to know.
anything to me.
That's what I want to know. What changed there?
What changed there is being around so many different contractors and realizing that every single situation, every single company, every single person in general is so different.
Right.
And
So you'd be
they're-
happy for their success.
And yeah, and
not-
be happy there for their success. They figured it out, and there could be somebody in the same market as us that succeed, and their success doesn't take away from. There's no, Grant Cardone. There's no limit to success. You could succeed as much as you want right next door to somebody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no limit. What
love
changed?
that.
Yeah. What changed is after a few years of coming to these type of things, and you realize that everybody's just trying to help each other and stuff. And the guys that are swinging their thing around, and you know what I mean, probably aren't the guys you want to be talking to anyway. So.
That's right.
And that's what you're trying
I
to
just don't really hang around naked men, so it's
Right.
usually
Right.
pretty
You
easy
get
for
what
me.
I'm saying?
I don't know, you're going to decide later.
No, I'm out.
Right.
Oh, God.
No, I think it's amazing. I think that's something we've heard a lot recently on the show has been how the industry is changing, where people are not being measured as much by their revenue, by their peers, right?
Right.
It's more of the quality of life. Are you a happy person? Does your significant other hate you? Does your significant other love you?
Right.
Do your kids see their parents? Like, I think those are things that we're now starting to think about that nobody really cared about because it was such a man's world.
Right,
Yeah,
and when I
right.
started, I was a shingle. I was a shingle banger and a rubber dog. All I knew was guys that beat you down, and that's the way of doing business. And you measure things this way. And the guy who worked the longest and worked the hardest, I was like, yeah, you can ask him, man.
Yeah,
It was
right.
like, if we didn't go till 8 o'clock at night when we first started, I was like, we're bums. We're not gonna make. We're not gonna make
Yeah.
it. Because that was my preconceived notion of how it should be.
If you went home
That's how
at
it should
5,
be.
it's like,
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I think there's different parts of work, right? Like if you're there till 8 at the office, if you have to be, wonderful.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but as partners, I'm sure you guys are talking till
Yeah.
midnight,
Oh
text
my
back and
God.
forth.
5 nights a week, yeah.
Right.
Right. So like
Absolutely.
I leave
think,
my office at 4, but I don't ever stop working.
That's
right.
what
I
I'm
think
saying.
I think that's the thing. Like it's like, do you go on vacation? Like no. I mean, I go away. But like business still running, I got to be available and talk and deal with the problem. Sure, I may be driving through the middle of Montana, right? I took a 16-day road trip all the way to Montana from Florida last summer. You know, sure. Everyone's like, yeah, that must be nice. Like I worked the whole way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They think I'm not taking phone calls. I'm not doing that. That happens. And like, I think business owners and guys, keeping up with the Joneses, whatever you want to call it, it's all that. It's like, oh, I work more, I work harder, I build more revenue, so and so forth. Yeah, but you're fucking miserable,
Yeah.
right? So like super.
That's how
great.
I thought it had to be.
Yeah.
You thought to be
That's how
successful.
I thought it had to be. Yeah, and unless I was beating the shit out of myself, I didn't feel
No,
successful.
and
You
it
can be
helps.
happy.
That's hard, man.
It helps
Yeah.
me.
Now I realize that. Yeah.
Being partners helps me. The fact that he's now too. Both of us, as the years progress, keep coming to these conferences and stuff, how much we've both become more just happy in life. We're not where we want to be with exactly with our business, and we ain't making as much money as we
You'll
want.
never be.
Which nobody.
No.
If you want
Right.
more, you're never gonna be
that's-
content. Let's not
that-
call it happy.
Yeah.
I think happy is
Content.
the wrong word. Content. Right?
Content.
I want more. Am I happy right now? I'm happy. I think
Very.
you're good.
I
You're
could
working.
truly say
right?
that I'm happy. Right. We're both.
But you're not content with the number yet. That's
not
it.
content with
Never
that,
will
right.
be.
And I like to continue to challenge. That's a big point. When we were talking on one of our calls, constantly challenge yourself in life. So if you're sitting there thinking
Yeah.
about changing your name or rebranding or something, challenge yourself and just do it. I'm excited right now. We're still in the process of it just because it's a
I
challenge.
feel like you
and I
guys
was-
are going to do jumping jacks. You have so much energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is year
I feel
one
it.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do. I
right.
feel like we're starting
Refreshed.
all over again. Swear to God, yeah.
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 No, I understand that. It's
Congratulations,
amazing.
guys.
Thank you.
I had the worst company name ever when I first started. It was Contractor Tech Shop.
Yeah. It's as bad as A&T.
And my logo
No,
was
I'm pretty sure
bad.
that's worse.
Yeah, right.
My logo was bad. It was like everything was terrible.
But it got you started.
Yes, I didn't wait that long though. I did it a couple months, and I was like, man, this really
Right,
sucks.
but why didn't you change
Yeah.
it? Why did you change it?
Why did I change it? Because it sucked.
Right. But
Yeah,
like, did
like-
you get kickback? Was like you felt
Yeah,
like
like
it
I
worked?
would tell people, oh, you know, my name's Elizabeth, my new company's contractor, tech shop. They'd be like,
And you're like, what?
okay.
And it
I mean,
builds that.
Right.
I still get like people are still like, oh, what's business 411? But it's like a different energy. They're not like, what the hell?
No,
But you're
I agree with that. It's
I don't know if
different
it's so much a brand for you. It's more the confidence you bring with your brand name, right?
Yeah.
The way you just said it, even right, like
True.
contractor tech shop. I'm Elizabeth. I
Yeah.
have services. Here they are. Right? No, I'm with Business 411, and I make your business better.
Yeah.
Right? It's more about
Confidence.
confidence.
You're gonna
You
believe
have to
it.
feel
Right.
confident in your brand. It's not about if fucking John and Jane like it. I don't
Yeah.
care if they like it. I gotta
True.
like it, and if I like it, then I'm confident about
I
selling
could
it.
sell it, wear it on
Yeah.
my chest, and run
Took
around.
me years to realize that too, and I feel
Yeah.
the same way exactly.
Yeah.
Like you
That's
just
it.
said that.
I think
Yeah.
you hit it.
If I like it.
Good job, man.
I belong.
Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Any last piece of advice for someone? You guys have over, again, let's not discount your current success because you are currently successful. You've been in business for 5 years. You have an office. You have crews. You have jobs
You
going
beat
on.
the natural average.
Yes. Yes.
3.5 years.
So you guys
There
are
you go.
doing it. You're doing it right. Now going into this new season, what do you give someone in advice of to get through their starting points? Because you just overcame your starting points.
I would say, I know this would sound generic, but don't be afraid. And one thing I know, I don't want to tell you to spend any money, but don't be afraid to hire somebody to help or get some coaching. And these guys will tell you, these girls will tell you that you don't need to take the lumps, that you can hire somebody to help. And don't pay and how they say,
Right.
pay in dumbness or something.
Dumb tax.
Dumb
Dumb tax.
tax.
Can I
yeah.
ask you a question?
Sure.
To end off on a little bit, not
Yeah.
to skip you. We'll get.
Yeah, you're good.
But you know, you did come over something. You said like I was the tough one. I didn't want to change the name. I was tough and so on and so forth. I didn't work hard. If I didn't work till 8 o'clock at night, so on and
Right.
so forth. How did you change that? Because I think there's more guys in that nut that are
Oh
stuck in
my
that
God,
rut that
yeah.
won't change and can't change and why won't change and you're wrong and people telling them they're wrong. Like
I'm
so-
excited to tell you this
so-
actually, and this is why a lot of partnerships don't work out because of whatever reason, I don't know why they don't, but like ours is opposite. I'm like that now because of him.
Right.
And his work ethic has went through the roof because of me.
Right.
We complement each other, and it's literally he's taught me how to want to be there for my kid. Like I was like, look, I would like skip birthday parties and shit to work. You know what I
Right.
mean? I had to have him like tell me like, dude, what are you doing this for? You know, and
Yeah, if
and
you're
that's
making
all-
money, if
being
you're not
lazy,
making money, you're
it's
just gonna be
I have 4
Complimenting
kids
each other.
too. You know what I mean? I got a lot
I
of people
love
to be
that.
there
I
for.
want to hug you.
No, it's high and low having partners. He's the high here and I'm here and we meet in the middle and it works. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of times that doesn't work for people and they just bat
What a
heads.
nice marriage.
We bat heads a lot.
It's real cute. You want us to
it is.
leave?
It's a marriage.
I love that. Thank you so much. What about for you, Travis?
Advice I would give somebody is near the same. Like, don't be scared to hire people that know more than you. The successful people and all the like speakers we see here and everybody I look up to, I know for a fact because one of the first questions I asked you, I said, do you give credit to the people around you? You said, I give all
of
the
it.
credit
Yep.
to the people
All of
around
it.
you. Don't be scared to hire people that know more than you.
Yep.
Don't be scared for them to, because you can't do everything by yourself. You cannot,
100%.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you guys so much
you
for
guys.
coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for watching another episode of the OnlyRoofers podcast. Make sure to follow us and stay tuned for more.
Thanks, guys.